there's really got to be no better rewarding job than being a teacher. Smart mouth kids, never able to actually beat said smart mouth kids, and you always basically you're busy during the week. You don't really get the weekends off. But at least you get summer vacation, so hey. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Nephilim Entertainment. I'm your host, Manatron L, and you are watching my coverage of young Sheldon. And this happens to be episode 10, an eagle feather, a string bean, and an Eskimo. Well, we find out that young Sheldon Cooper is not being challenged in high school. Surprise there. So, he's resulting to actually correcting and critiquing his teachers, which they, for some reason, find rude. Yeah. He pretty much is pissed off all of his teachers, and they're like, please send this boy away. So the principal contacts Mary and George and offers the idea of, hey, maybe, possibly, you might want to send your boy to private school. Well, George automatically is on board with this. He feels like that maybe this is a good opportunity for Sheldon. Obviously, being in a little small hick town isn't going to do much for him. Maybe send him off to a university or at least a private school, then hey, you know, he might be able to amount to something. And I think deep down that's what George wants. Mary, she's not really on board on it. She doesn't want her little baby boy to leave the nest just yet. I mean, he's only 9 years old. And this, except for Mary. You know, the kids obviously are on board.
And of course, Georgie and Missy are ecstatic about it because the little weirdo is going to be leaving. Meemaw is overly ecstatic about it, which is weird. Don't know what's going on there, but obviously she's got Sheldon's best interests in mind, right? With Meemaw, you never know. So, Sheldon goes and checks out the school. Well, in the process of this, we learn about something very deep, very foretelling of the future. Georgie's plans for after high school. Oh my God. He, in his mind, thinks, well, after I graduate high school, I'm going to be a male model. Wait. You actually think you're going to graduate from high school, Georgie? I can't. No. So, I'm going to graduate high school and for some reason be a male model, which it's a possibility. I see a lot of those modeling gigs being back at the video store kind of gigs, but hey, if it pays the bills, boo-boo, why not? Earn that paper. So, with everything all set and Sheldon meeting his basically his caretakers while he's going to be moving to Houston, Meemaw decides to give him a nice little family heirloom. And oh, the touching moment. And I love how she puts it. Apparently a chief gave, or her grandma, or some Indians gave it to their great-great-great-grandmother for reasons of she was a very accommodating young lady. Very pretty and very accommodating. Which I would love to have heard Meemaw trying to explain that one to Sheldon. What's accommodating mean? Well, she was very friendly. She's very pretty and she's very friendly with the boys. What? Nothing, don't worry about it. And it seemed like a pretty legit story until, meanwhile, there's off the price tag. Oh, who saw that one coming? So, we find out the overall, we sort of get to the nitty-gritty kind of feelings between Tam, his little Vietnamese Korean friend. I don't even know what his nationality is, but they find out that he thinks, and I see this is where his early delusional mindset comes from, because everyone else he thinks just absolutely adores him, and he thinks Tim, just because he's his friend, is just absolutely heartbreaking by the fact of him leaving. Tim doesn't seem like he gives two shits, obviously. But I will say Missy actually seems like she actually cares for the little goofball. She's actually worried about him missing his little string bean. And that's actually touching. Which I find it funny too that you don't really hear much about her talking about her future in this episode like you do Georgie or Sheldon. So I'm just wondering, what is Missy gonna be? And please don't say like evangelist or something, because while I have no disregard towards any field like that, I see Missy being a politician. That's the mindset I have. But anyway, they drop off Sheldon and everything's all cool and everything's all set. He's dropped off. But I love how the family explains meeting the caretakers. And George and Mary have two different versions of the same story. And I thought maybe he was in his mind describing them as hippies, but apparently the woman does wear the flowery sort of peace kind of outfits. Which I love how in George's mind, they were all nice, friendly, bubbly, and all friendly, and like Leave It to Beaver kind of style. And to Mary, they were just like Wicked Witch meets the Wizard of Oz kind of notion. Just they were like, young Sheldon, or what? Mary, honey, what you smoking? You might want to get that stuff checked, because I think it might have something in it. So, while Sheldon's gone, poor little Missy, she's so lost. She tries to use twin telepathy. I find it so interesting because that is such a nerd thing. Is Missy secretly a closet nerd? But she tries to use telepathy. That doesn't exactly work. And you think maybe Sheldon would be happy about being away from his dysfunctional family, but apparently the caretakers are kind of freaking him out because apparently they're hippies, which is weird, especially since they're college professors, and I guess they were back in the Flower Child kind of days, and they're hippies. They like to sing hippie songs, which to someone who's straight-laced like Sheldon, that's just a no-go right there. That's just no, deal's done, it's over. But I love it that George, of course, hops out of bed after Mary discovers that the only reason why Meemaw was for Sheldon leaving was the simple fact that it was something that was to be the opposite of what Mary wanted. So in other words, if Mary wanted him to go, no, she wanted Sheldon to stay. Either way, she was pitted against Mary from the beginning, and that's the only reason why she wanted Sheldon to go. Meemaw, you could tanker's little snake. It's devious and underhanded, and that's why we love you. Yeah. So George springs into action and goes and gets Sheldon. And the song that plays on the radio is the exact song that the family was singing. And Sheldon has a breakdown. But the funny thing about all of this whole entire episode was one crucial fact. The fact that with Sheldon coming back, the teachers were like, you lied to us. He's coming back. And they were drunk in the middle of the day at 11 o'clock. I can see it's going to take a lot more than a fifth to be used to Sheldon Cooper at this point. So up next for Sheldon, or Young Sheldon, it's going to be episode 11, and the title is Demons, Sunday School, and Prime Numbers. I can see where the two of these go in together because apparently Sheldon is finding religion in this episode, which is kind of interesting considering he is a self-proclaimed atheist. I don't exactly see how this is going to work, but hey, it's Young Sheldon. Who knows? But Prime Numbers is one of those, one of these things just doesn't belong here kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't know what the prime numbers have to do with. Maybe he finds a math equation. I don't know. But question, question. What do you see out of everyone's future? You know, Sheldon, you obviously know what he's going to be. Georgie, you know, is going to be some form of delinquent. Either way, what do you think Missy's going to be? Let me know up here at the top. But that's going to be a wrap for me. Make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below and post a friendly comment down below. Let me know what you think about the episode. Subscribe to my page for more content and stay tuned to the end of the video for more content. But that is going to be a wrap for me, guys. My name is Metron Urel. To all you daydreamers and creators out there, keep your heads in clouds. Peace.